Welcome back to my channel. On this second part, I have an assistant Hello people, welcome back. Here's the other part of the topic we were talking about in my previous video, which is the UK visa application and its processes, the types of visas we have and the processes, the way things to do, how to go about getting this visa. We've talked about the tourist visa, which is the standard visitors visa. We've talked about the student visa, which was the last one I spoke about. If you've not watched it, please go back and watch it because I wouldn't have time to start going back through them. So we're moving forward now to the dependent visa. The Tier 2 dependent visa is a visa that is given to spouses, children, or parents of people that are citizens or that are settled in the UK. Say you're a resident of the United Kingdom or a citizen of the United Kingdom, or you're a student, you're settled, you're staying in the UK legally. This is the kind of visa that you apply for. This is the kind of visa that is required for the spouse of such people, the spouse, the children, or the parents of such people. We also have the one for the elderly people that need someone to take care of them. Say there's an elderly person and the only person that can take care of them is there in the UK. They can also apply for people like this. For example, like I said when we were talking about the student visa, you can apply for this visa while you're applying for your student visa. They're applying for your student visa. If you have a family and you want to apply together for them, because 1523, that's £1,523. If you're applying for this visa outside the UK, like when you're applying for your student visa and you're applying together, it costs £1,523. But if you're applying for this visa from the UK, like you're already a resident or a citizen or something in the UK and you want to apply for someone, you're applying from inside the UK, it costs £1,033. That's £1,033 to apply for this visa. Also includes the IHS surcharge, that's the immigration health surcharge, and biometrics. So because you have to pay for all of this, like I said, this is the payment that goes in yearly. So this visa now, for holders of this visa allows you work indefinitely. You can work for 40 hours. You're not limited to any time of working. You can leave. You can work in the UK. You can work, the normal time for their work in a week is 40 hours. If you want to do more than that, you're allowed to do more, as much as you want. You can work as much as you want. Then the student visa, something I forgot to mention is it's gonna be kind of tricky. It's gonna be hard for you to get like a regular job that wants to put you in for that 20 hours. So whatever job you get that allows you work for 20 hours is what you can get. But for the dependent visa, this would give you more. It has a wide range of jobs because you can work normally, like you have a normal 40 hours of working. The only constraint with this is if sometimes, because you're dependent, remember you're dependent, if you're a spouse of a student, they feel like it's going to be hard for you to get a job because they feel like, oh, this person is only valid to stay for this amount of time. What if this person's visa expires or they are not able to renew their fee? Because once the person you're dependent on, once his visa expires or the student like defaults in school fees payment and they cannot continue their education, it automatically disturbs your own visa. You also can't work. So people that want to give you a job, they look at this as well, like is it worth giving you a job? Do you have enough time? They want to be sure that you have at least more than 3 months, or 6 months to work with them. So whatever visa your spouse is carrying must be able to cover that period so that it doesn't affect you. Then also, it's not just easy you don't just expect that when you get there you're just going to get a white collar job that's going to just start paying like that. It's not that fast. You could be lucky. People are lucky, people are blessed to just get jobs like that, but sometimes you might need to get courses. You might need to get like a short course, something, a training that in the line of the kind of job you want. So you could just immediately you get into the country. So for example, you go with your spouse as a student, and you go with your student spouse, and you're dependent on that student. Immediately you get in while your spouse is schooling and doing a 20 hours job, you can quickly get a training done. Before you go, make research, search for the kind of jobs you think you can do based on your experience from the country you're coming from. Look for jobs like that, because number one, you already have the experience. Just get the training on the way they do their own things there in the UK. Once you get this done, it's going to be easier for you to get a good job, a better job than the manual jobs. Because without that, I know that some of the easiest jobs to get for men, for example, is either you get a care job or you get a security job. So if you don't want to do any of that, you need to maybe take a training, do something that would help you, that will give you a better chance for a better job. So that's that about the dependent visa. The next, we'll talk about the 2 years post-study visa. This 2 years post-study visa is the visa you apply for. Is you're entitled to it as a student. Say whenever you go to the UK to study, when you're through with that course, once that visa expires, you can get this 2 years post-study visa. It allows you stay for 2 years after your school. It's not like when your 2 years student visa expires, because you hear that, oh, UK gives you 2 years to work in the UK after your visa expires, you automatically just sit down there. No, you need to apply for it. You need to get the visa for it, because sometimes they believe that, oh, you might not decide not to stay back and work. You might want to go back to your country with the knowledge you've got. You want to go work or start something in your country. You need to let them know that, oh, you need to apply for it to let them know that you want to stay extra. So that 2 years post-study visa, you have to apply for it. You also have to pay for this visa. So the visa application costs $700, and you also have to pay for the IHS, which is the Immigration Health Surcharge. The Immigration Health Surcharge for one person for a year is $624. So you need to pay for this for the 2 years you want to stay, which is $1,248 for 2 years. And for PhD students are entitled to pay $1,872 for 3 years, because PhD students are given 3 years, while the normal degree and the masters gets 2 years. So basically, this one also allows you work. So with this visa now, you're no longer working for 20 hours a week like your student visa was carrying you. With this one, you can work basically for your 40 hours, work the normal hours you're supposed to work. It's not restricting you to the hours you need to work. You're not restricted. You can work the normal hours. That's 40 hours and above in a week. This one doesn't restrict you. So what I have to say about this visa now is, say you're going as a couple. How they do, you're going as a couple, say you're a student and you applied for a student visa and you're going with your spouse. And remember, your spouse dependent visa depends on your own student visa, and your student visa expires, and you get your 2 years post study visa, and that expires. Remember, once that is done, you need to go back to your country. If you want to stay longer, what they usually do is the other spouse now. Remember, you've worked, this is like you have like 2, 3, 4 years in between of the dependent has been working. So while you're working, don't just eat with all your hands. Remember, this is like an investment you're doing, so you need to save up as well. And this time around now, the spouse can now apply again for a student visa. While you are now working, you've gotten your 2 years post-study visa, you're working fully. Now your other spouse can now apply for a student visa. This will give you another 2 years or 1 year, depending on the course you've applied for. While that is going on, you're working fully now, and that spouse works 20 hours per week. Then after that, the spouse also applies for the 2 years post-study visa. Now you have like 6 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You spend like say 5, 6, 7 years in the country. Within this period, you should have been able to find your way around getting your residency. Because remember, you stayed in the country for more than 5 years. Within this period, you should be able to get file for your residency, and or you get a job that helps you apply for you, that can change your status for you. You can get a job with this year. You can get a job that can change your status and help you get a work visa. So that's not about the 2 years post study visa. I don't want to take our time. So the next, we're going to be talking about the work visa. The work visa, most people that go to the UK to work do this with the work visa. Most times it's your company, say the company you're presently working with probably have another branch in the UK, they can transfer you. So the company helps you with the application of this visa. They help you apply for the visa, then they do most of the documentation for you. Most times they just transfer you, and you have to do the processing yourself. Sometimes it's you yourself that apply to these companies. I know sometimes it's not easy to get these jobs, but sometimes people are lucky. Sometimes it happens. People are blessed. You could get a job in the UK and you want to apply for it. You need a UK visa. If you get a job in the UK, you can go and work in the UK with a tourist visa or any other kind of visa. You can work full time with this visa. So you need a work visa to do this. So to get the work visa is sometimes called the long-term work visa. Yeah, it allows you work long-term. And it doesn't restrict you to any hour in a week. You can work unlimited hours. It's unlimited and it's long-term. With this visa category covers several workers, including those in the UK for an intra-company transfer, like I said, some religious leaders, and some sport people. Like I said, it might be company transfer. Some religious leaders use this, like, okay, they're going to work. Because remember, any transaction, anything you're going to do in the UK that involves money transaction, that involves, say you're going for a show, you're organizing a show in the UK, or you're an artist, you're going for a show, you're going to sell out tickets. It's considered a business, a job. You can't go with a visitor's visa. You need a work visa for that. It's called a tier 2 kind of visa, and this visa, like I said, it gives you access to unlimited working hours. You're not restricted to any amount of hours, and it's a long-term visa. It provides working rights to researchers, creative, and sport persons. It also provides an opportunity for charity and religious workers to live in the UK for a temporary period. Processes include getting a job, pay the application fee. The standard fee ranges from £610 to £1,408, depending on your circumstances. You also have to pay the healthcare surcharge. That's the immigration healthcare surcharge I told you about, which is £624 per year. This is important. I think so far the only category of visa that does not require this immigration health surcharge is the tourist visa, because they don't expect that you're staying. You're only coming for a vacation. You come and then you go. But every other kind of visa, like the student, because you're going to be staying there for a period of time, most times a year or more, so they expect that you have this insurance, you have this immigration also charge. So either you're going as a dependent, you're going as a worker, you're going as a student, you're going as a business person, whatever it is, as an investor, whatever it is you're going for, you need to pay this money. So as you're paying your application fee, you need to make this payment as well, because it's required.